This is our track from November 23rd, 2020. It wasn't nothing, it was a pretty easy ride. There were a few rocky spots, but nothing technical at all. We've always wanted to head to this Mitchell Mine area over here and just see what's there. You know, a lot of this through here is on roads, and this part down here is on a road it's a wide 2-lane road. But anyway, we saw some interesting stuff you see in the video, and we came over here to Skaddenwash and found some mining stuff that had been abandoned, and looked around, found a couple of geocaches. Anyway, it was a pretty good day. I think it was about a 30-mile round trip, and then we came back through the LaPosa North campground and back to our camp. It was a pretty good day. Hope you enjoy the video. This is a way we found to get out of camp without driving through the whole campground. This little road takes off here, and it's only about 100 yards from where we camp. But we're heading east and or southeast most of the time from the campground, and this heads right out towards the mountains and gets us out of the campground where we can go faster and not bother anybody with dust except ourselves. And anyway, it's a really quick way to get out and start riding and heading towards where we really want to go, not just cruising up and down the roads in the campground and, like I said, bother people with our dust and noise. Anyway, this was a really interesting little area for us. It really drops down here quite a bit. You can see just the difference in elevation from where I'm at and where the RZR's sitting. And I think Teresa's driving. I know Teresa's driving. I'm not. I'm down there in the hole. Anyway, we thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at this and see the best way to go through it. And anyway, we will survive. She will survive. But it doesn't hurt our feelings to stop when we have doubts and get out and take a look and scout, and just to make sure things are going the way we want them to go. This plane we see flying down the canyon. You look off to the right there, and we'll zoom in on that. Anyway, this is the second time I've seen this. He's about ready to come out here in a minute. There he comes. But they must be out of Yuma, either probably the proving ground, and find this area here with it's all public land, and they probably do some of their training in the canyons, I suppose.
Well, we might be at the end, honey.
I think we are.
Like Teresa scrambling up here after we came to a dead end. I think she's going to take a picture and then probably scramble back down. Hope she can stay out of that cholla that's all above her. The little tufts come off and they start rolling downhill, and you step on them and they're nasty little things. Here we're coming up on one of the geocache locations. It's not in that concrete thing, whatever it is, but it's in this area. And I don't know how many we found this particular day, maybe 4 or 2 in this area here, or this southern area that we were driving, and then I think a couple more in the north. But it's fun. Geocaching by itself is a great hobby, but incorporating it with the side-by-sides or the RZR gets you out into places where you typically aren't going to be just driving with your minivan. We stopped up here for lunch. Beautiful day and a nice view of the desert out there in front of us. It was a good place to stop, and nice and quiet. We stayed for a little bit, had something to eat, and then took back off. This is one of the roads in the Mitchell Mine area. As you can see, it's probably about a 4-lane city street. But they're intermixed in here with the trails like this one here, and anyway, it's a great mix of roads and trails and rocky places and sandy places. I'm driving down here now to pick up Teresa. She had gone around a different way to look for a geocache down over the hill there ahead of us, and there she is coming back up, in fact. And we do this from time to time. One of us will hop out, and a lot of times the geocaches are not right along the road, and a lot of times it's easier to get to them or leave them or get to them from a different direction. So that's what we're doing now. You can see what we're up to with our shadows. It's getting afternoon.
I used a tire to pile up a bunch of rocks.
Oh. A find.
Did you mark it?
I marked found, yeah. Know what you mean?
Yep.
Probably a good place to be.
I just did.
You cheater.
Then I heard you coming, so I was like, hurry up, hurry up.
$3:15, give or take a minute.
We have an hour to get home at least?
Yeah.
If we got home at 4:15, 4:30, that would give us an hour before sunset. And the only reason I care is just there's usually things we wanted to get the truck loaded.
Yeah.
So we probably should.
This road goes up a ways, but
All right.
but we could save it for another time.
Or we'll just follow it if you don't think.
We'll just what?
We'll do whatever you want.
Drive up the road a ways. This spur goes out here a ways too.
Uh-huh.
I think it is just a spur.
Okay.
You can check the GPS. I don't even think it shows up on the GPS. 3:20 right now. 3:30 return.
Okay.
Look at the moon.
Let's see it. Oh, there we go. Yep. Definitely more than half.
It's half last night.
Are you ready?
Yep. We're coming up on a pretty interesting area here. It's somebody's mining operation where they've abandoned a fair amount of equipment, and
You have to shout, honey?
you see a fair amount of this in Arizona, or maybe you see it in other states too that have a lot of mining on them. But whoever had this, they just looks like they left whatever they had and took off, which I suppose works for them. Maybe they didn't get enough gold. I assume that's what they were looking for down here in this wash area. Skadden wash is what it is. Anyway, we looked around and there turns out there was another geocache just up on top of the hill behind that little trailer place. And after we did that, looked around a little bit more, it was pretty much time to head back.